All right, we're pleased now to be joined by Mark Yusko, CEO and CIO of Morgan Creek Capital Management. Welcome to Trading Nation again, Mark. Good to chat with you.
Hey, Brian.
All right, well, listen, you were right on the mark with oil. You're one of the few people out there that said, hey, we're going down in the 30s in oil. That did happen.
Yep.
Do you have a new oil call?
Yeah, we do. We think oil's going to be kind of stuck in a rut here. I think there are a lot of oil bulls out there, particularly at the beginning of the year. And we came out with our new surprise that oil be stuck in a 40 to 60 range. We thought it would drift down towards $40 here in the first quarter, maybe in the beginning of the second quarter, and then kind of rally back towards 60 by the end of the year. But I think there's been a big surprise with U.S. production.
Yeah, there is. I mean, another 21 rigs were announced on Friday. We just keep producing more and more and more and more. I guess there's the big debate, and I've talked to a bunch of CEOs in the oil patch about this, Mark, is $85 barrel oil for a year or two better, or is 40 to 60 for another 5 or 10 years better? Most CEOs, surprisingly, said they'd take a lower price if it meant more stability over a long period of time so they could actually run their balance sheet.
Absolutely. Look, a lot of these companies are very highly levered. They need stability. They need the ability to hedge future production. When prices are really volatile, it's really challenging to hedge, and therefore the banks don't want to lend against unhedged exposure and E&P exposure. So I agree, and what I think is interesting is people keep talking about this break-even price for Saudi Arabia and the other Middle Eastern countries of $80, $85. They've shown over the last couple of years they don't need that to break even at this point.
All right, yeah, let's get a year-end target if we can. We like to hold people to things.
Yeah, look, I think we'll stick with what we said in January, that we'll drift from the low 40s up towards 60 by the end of the year. I think it'll be pretty flattish in the 50s during the summer, and then we'll get that last December rally into year-end like we got last year and probably finish in the high 50s, maybe hit $60.
Okay, you're kind of funny on Twitter in a way, like you'll put stuff like liquidity equals edge. You kind of got your edge hashtag thing that you've owned, Mark, which I follow. I almost wrote cliff equals edge as a joke, but I'm not sure I thought anybody would get that. That said, is ignoring DC the new edge, or do we have to be hyper-focused on all this stuff going in DC?
Boy, Brian, I could not agree with you more. In fact, I'm going to tweet out that line tonight. Ignoring DC absolutely is edge. You know, I think there's a lot of bluster and not a lot of substance. There's a lot of hope built into these markets today on the Trump trifecta of regulatory relief and tax cuts and fiscal spending. And I think there's going to be a whole lot of nothing by the end of the year. So I think if you focus on operating companies, companies that are taking share from other businesses, companies that are really good operators, particularly in the oil patch, companies like Diamondback Energy, companies like RSP Permian, Parsley Energy, PXD. I mean, these are good, solid operators, and I think they've gone on sale and need to buy them here at these prices.
Yeah, the CEO of Parsley's dad is Scott Sheffield, who ran Pioneer forever and is considered one of the smartest guys out there. So maybe DC is the new Duke, right? A lot of talk.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, not
always
a lot of
loses
action.
in the middle of the tournament.
And I'm always saying that because they, A, killed my pool, and B, you live in Chapel Hill. So there you go.
Well,
Mark,
look, I got my Tar Heel tie on today, Brian.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I'm too nervous now. Mark Yusko, CEO and CIO of Morgan Creek Capital Management. Mark, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, Brian. See you soon.
Folks, thank you for watching.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.